I'll say this. I think for me, you might have heard this when Lin was reading my bio. I was the first DJ ever on the news, on the morning news, and I remember getting this call, and it was random because now there's DJs. You'll see DJs sometimes on like Good Morning America or whatnot on Fridays. They have like DJs that'll come on, but like the concept was still so new, and the way that it came about was really interesting. So I had started a DJ school, and one of the things that they wanted to do was the news came to me to want to do a story on the news of like the DJ school and teach one of their anchors how to DJ, and then we would do it on air. And so we did that. And at the time, like, we were looking around like, when you guys go to breaks and, you have music, but it's just pre-programmed music and there's really no vibe there. And so the executive director there was like, yeah, you're right. You know what? We should try to do something. And if you're down to do something, like, yeah, let's try it out next week. It's sweeps week. All right, so we tried it out. And so I was DJing on the morning news, like the Paul Schaefer of the morning news, essentially. And, instead of there being drums and a full band, it was me as a DJ. And it was such a revolutionary concept at the time. And I really applaud KTLA for taking a chance in doing that. And it was just, like, to me, that changed everything. Because at the time, I was about 8 years into the game, DJ-wise. I'd, like, played all the major clubs in LA and was, had my regular residencies and whatnot. But this was different because I wasn't reaching the club kids and the crowd that I was normally, playing for. This was different. I was like walking through Whole Foods and being stopped by like 60-year-old moms being like, oh my God, I watch you every day. You're amazing. And that was just different. And that opened me up to just this whole other idea that, this can go much farther than I had thought it would be, and what my limited bandwidth was in thinking like, well, as a DJ, I could be on the radio, I could be in the clubs, I could be doing bar stuff, and maybe that's it. And this now just completely changed everything. And, my hope, even still today, is to continue to push that envelope and to continue to put DJs in places where people really wouldn't expect them. I was doing this past summer, I did a tour inside of the public libraries, teaching people how to DJ in the public library. Like, you're not supposed to make noise in the library, and we're over here teaching DJing. So, to me, that was certainly a big break. But I will say this, is that for those of you who are looking for that big break, sometimes it may not look like the big break. Like, you might not, it's not gonna come in this like package that's nicely gift wrapped that says on the outside, big break. It might come in the form of something, that doesn't even look like a break. And then all of a sudden you say yes to something, that turns to this, that turns to that, and now you're on a panel talking about how that happened. So I just keep that in mind, is that it may not look the way that you think it would look. Yeah.